We got an update regarding Dolph Ziggler. For those that don't know, apparently he suffered a concussion in a tape match for, I believe it was main event. He was taking on Ryback, and Ryback gave him the meat hook clothesline, and apparently that caused a concussion. Now, that would be the second concussion that Dolph gets in less than a year. So to say that it's worrying is an understatement. I mean, this could have a whole effect. If the guy was already de-pushed, this doesn't help. Now, there's two sides of the coin. I first want to touch on the Dolph Ziggler part. We'll get to Ryback later. But what does this mean for a guy that had it all, got the concussion, and then they took it away from him? He has nothing, and he gets another one. Is the guy done?
No, absolutely not. He's not done, but I want to think there was just a story out like a couple weeks ago where they interviewed some wrestler, I think a former WWE wrestler, and they asked him about like injuries and how that can set you back. And he was like, the rule is you really just can't get hurt, because if you do, that's it. Opportunities are just gone. And it definitely does hurt Ziggler again. I mean, he was already not in an ideal situation career-wise, and this is only going to set him further back, unfortunately. And I mean, we all just got to hope that it's also not something that's going to permanently affect his career, because having concussions like this very close together is not a good thing. I mean, Christian is someone who's been having concussion issues lately, and he still isn't back because apparently he's still having issues. So, he could end up like that, or even worse, a case like Chris Nowinski or Bret Hart.
Yeah.
So you have to be really careful with these concussions, and luckily, WWE is doing a lot better job of taking care of that. But it's really not a good sign, and it's supposed to be a severe concussion too. It's not a mild one, so that's two severe concussions in less than a year's time, so that can't be good for him.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to quickly read this article just to get an idea of how this is going. WWE.com has followed up with a doctor and noted that Ziggler's concussion symptoms are starting to improve some today. Ziggler will be seeing a neuropsychologist in Pittsburgh later this week for further evaluation. We noted that there's heat on Ryback. I mean, this is a whole thing. It sort of leads me to this question. We talk about Ziggler and the IWC. Everybody talks about how great a seller he is. The guy makes an arm drag look like it's about to take your arm off. I can't help but ask, is that the reason that this guy is getting all this? I mean, think about it. The guy makes everything look like death. When he gets bro kicked, when he gets anything, does that contribute to this?
I honestly don't think so, because if we can actually pinpoint his previous two concussions, neither of which were his fault. His first one this year was from Jack Swagger when he straight up just kicked him in the head. So not really much he can do about that. And the second one was a stiff clothesline from Ryback. So it's not like he was getting this on some move that he oversold. It's really just unlucky situation where he just got, stiffed.
If anything, I look at it as Dolph Ziggler's just like way too good for his own good. Like, he makes all the guys that are stiff and kind of aren't very good, he makes them look good through all this amazing selling. He makes the moves look impactful. So they're going to put him with all these guys that he could potentially get hurt with. And he does.
Hey, if you like this clip, you can check out full shows over at Bytethat.com, as well as iTunes and Stitcher by searching Bytethat. Also, send us questions through Twitter at ByteThatCast or email bytethatcast@gmail.com.